Good afternoon. Just realized I had my mic on mute, so that was a weird start to the episode. Welcome back to Cosmoteer. My name is Pooks, and today we're going to continue on with our Ironman Admiral playthrough. Let's load up the stream save and get to it. I do have a new microphone in my defense here as well. That's why there was a bit of a pause at the start there. But hopefully little blips like that won't continue. I just kind of mute it after I'm done for the day. Alright, where we left off last time was we had completed our fleet. As you can see, we have a decent number of ships kind of chilling out here. So we've got our escorts, we've got the Owl, we've got the Comets, the Kestrel, a lifeboat, and a Wilson. A Wilson has joined. So yeah, we're heading back to the baddies. I'm tempted to take out some of these guys, but I think I'm good to just head on up and jump into the new system and just get started. Basically, I am out for revenge against those missile ships that took me out the last time, and I'm looking forward to getting that revenge too. So that is what we're going to be doing. Getting sweet revenge in this episode. Which we need to go up to this place to do so. We'll be in the system and we'll get started. Also, thank you everyone for watching the Star Sector episode. That got a fairly good response, really. Everyone seems to like it, so yeah, I'm thinking of doing more of that. When compared to Dwarf Fortress, certainly. I wish I could just click on these to say that they're actually going. When compared to Dwarf Fortress, then yeah, people were a lot keener on that than the Dwarf Fortress series. So I'm gonna have to just play that by my lonesome instead of streaming it. That's fine. You know, you gotta give the people what they want. But here we are back in Confexplorer. So yeah, we can get some revenge. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is just grab these guys. I think it was Alt 5 to get into formation. Now, there's a couple of ships that we need to get revenge against. First, it's the guys over this pirate base. We need to take them out. But it's also this guy over here, right? He was a baddie. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way first to the station and we'll drop off the lifeboat there. Basically, I'm back at my crew limits and I don't actually have enough spare crew for the lifeboat to kind of tag along, and also to fully crew the Wilson. So what we're going to have to do, yeah, hello Onrush, that's the type of things that destroyed me last time. What we're going to have to do is go up to the station and drop the kids off at the pool, so to speak, and yeah, then we can head on down to Litrulevis base, this base, and we're going to kill them, and we're going to get our stuff back as well from when we wiped. So hopefully there's going to be a few bits and pieces in terms of goodies that we can recover and salvage there. That was uranium. I'm surprised I haven't mined that, but I'm guessing I didn't actually have a proper mining laser at the time. I can't think of any other reason, so therefore that's probably still got uranium. Yep, that's still got tri-steel too, so... Oh, come on. We probably mine those out as well. We're going to want those goodies if we're going to continue to upgrade ships. Yeah, here comes the Wilson. Come on, Wilson. Here, Wilson. So Wilson was named after a subscriber on YouTube, but also, you know, Tom Hanks, volleyball. Why not? Okay, so we're just gonna sneak the lifeboat just over here, maybe? No, just here. I'm hoping that it will remain safe here. I mean, I know that pirates can get close, but yeah. we'll send the full crew over there. So we've only got 5 in the lifeboat remaining. Then we'll get these and we'll go Alt 5. That's the formation, I believe. I don't know what the Wilson is doing. Why is this? No, man. You guys just can't get it right, can you? Just like that. And now Alt 5. There we go. Ah, okay. So it depends on the sequence here. So this is not necessarily what I want, because that's a formation what I've got. So it's probably more like this. I want. And then we'll go save this one as C. So yeah, save. Alt 6 is now the thing. Alright. Select the owl as the center of the formation and away we go. And everyone just panics. Yeah, everyone can't handle the formation. Alright, so moment of truth as to whether or not my another Onrush, a preacher, that's quite light for this sector. Moment of truth though as to whether or not my upgrades will actually do anything, you know, or we had an Ares before as well as a Kestrel and these two guys. Now we've got 2 Kestrels and a Wilson instead. So we have definitely shaken the ships up. And it should be still 2 Onrushes down here. Yeah, there's 1 and 2. We're approaching from this side because I believe there is a big asteroid sort of thing there. Alright, yeah, we've got in range of the base to sense that, as well as its static defenses. Not worried about the static defenses, mainly worried about the base. Okay, and we're about to be in range. Here it is. Here's one of the little guys that took me out. As you can see, it's got a lot of missile launchers, so point defense is important. But what's more important is basically taking them out in a reasonable amount of time. So the Comets is going to target that. The Owl, its missile rockets are also going to target that. And the Kestrel is going to be off to the side here, and it's going to actually engage the other contact, I think. And the Wilson might do the same. And it should get in range. Yep, there's the music changing. And it's launched off some missiles. It's recognized that we're here. And we should start seeing... Oh, it's targeted the Brunnan. Alright, so the Brunnan can join back. And the Anthony, I think we're just going to rotate you. Yes. That's a good dodge there. We did just get a rail shot off, but I don't think it's done anything. The Kestrel is going to come around here. We're really going to slow it down, because this is a fight I do not want to lose again. And we might go out here and then rotate like so, because, yeah, I need the owl to come in. I don't know why it does this. The owl can start getting in close. The Anthony is actually going to go off like this, and the Brunnan is going to go off like this. And I'm hoping, maybe like this. I'm hoping that this is going to do some good things for us. Yeah, so it's taking on the shields. That's okay. We'll go down to 1/8 now. The Wilson is going to come in here. We're taking out a fair number of those missiles before they hit us. That's okay. And he is backing up from the looks of things. So I'm just going to cancel here. And tell you to go off to this side if you can. And then rotate like so. Kestrel can come in and the Wilson can just go straight on in. His friend's going to come in to us soon as well. And it looks like, yeah, he's now definitely targeting the owl. The owl's own missiles are going to get disrupted, unfortunately, by the... Is that... Oh, that's destroying our own thing. Just tell them to stop, because I think there is some kind of friendly fire thing going... Oh, man! Either that or it was... I'm sorry, Brennan. Your dude is getting shot up. We're not flanking very well, so I think we need to pause and let it get the range that it wants, because otherwise we will have no luck here. I think parking these off to the side seems to work pretty well in that they're getting reasonable hits off on the missiles. Not brilliant, but reasonable. Enough to weaken them, and I'm hoping that the owl will be able to take up a fair bit. But as you can see, the owl is already starting to get a little bit of an issue in that we've blown through the gun there. I'm thinking that this gun should be further out here on the wings tips. So that's where the shielded parts. There's a bit of a small redesign. Alright. You're going to come in still like this, and yeah, you're... Oh, did it blow up? Yeah, the Brennan. Alright, the escort served its purpose, I guess. And yeah, they're having a good go at the owl now. Man, those missiles suck. Took out a few of them. That one's gonna land. Yeah, we definitely need to rotate to that wing. We need to get some shots off on this thing. There's the remainder of the everyone before. Got some rails coming in. Alright, that's blown up a little bit of that. Alright, so we've reduced its firepower. That's not bad. But I really want it to die. Really? I want it to die. So you're gonna just kind of get out of the way a little bit further now. We've got the flak cannons firing. So that will hopefully further reduce the pressure on the owl. The other one is over here. Yeah, fuck yes. Indeed, Putted. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Been watching YouTube stuff? Oh, nice. Good to see you in chat as well. I hope that you have been enjoying. But you've come at the right time for the live stream, right? To when we get sweet, sweet revenge against these guys. Alright, the Comiettes can probably get a shot off by now, hopefully. Let's continue to railfan. I think I'm going to tell it to just strafe in behind here. Got another rail shot coming in here. Kestrel can rotate. Comiettes can rotate. Where's that other one? He's still well and truly out of the fight. It's been interesting to see me. Yes, we got the Onrush. Interesting to watch me rebuild the fleet. Brunnan, you just missed your ship. You blew up again, man. But you served your purpose admirably. Yeah, I think 2 of them still would have posed a fairly decent problem. These guys hurt a lot. Just the amount of missiles that they can put out is kind of scary. But we just had the Brunnan Mark II blow up. Got a beer left too. Oh man, awesome. I wish I had a beer, but it's a little bit early in the day for me. Logged in about 1 minute before it exploded. Alright, so 1 down. We still got this guy over here, so we can't rest on our laurels too much. So we'll want these guys coming in, and we get some sweet, sweet revenge on this guy as well. I think those missiles might have been the ones that actually dodged and then it looped back around. So I thought it was friendly fire, or an issue with it. Oh, look at these guys. Look at them all. Look at all the loot. I'm just excited about the extras. And I thought the Owl's rear point defenses might have engaged and got them, but I don't think so. Not well enough. Right, we need to get the Anthony pivoting. We need to bring the Owl up to make sure it's the one that's taking the fire. The Wilson can continue to creep on there. Bring up to quarter speed again. Alright, here's our second Onrush. And yep, he's spotted us, I'd say. The Comiettes, I think will go for this one. I really want to reduce that incoming fire a lot, because it sucks. I know there's a remainder of the Kestrel up there as well. What is he going for? Oh, if I get really lucky here. If I get really lucky here, I might just get a really good shot with the Comiettes. He needs to be closer in though. Yeah, he's spotted the Wilson, who desperately needs to pivot. Let's get the Anthony in. Come on, engage a flax man. Pivot. There's some shots off from the rails. Nice, got him. Alright, so it's just whatever's going to happen to the Wilson now. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the likes, Pudit. I really appreciate it. It's, oh man, we lost the Wilson. It's broken in half. You know what? For an unupgraded ships, then I'm not unhappy about that. It's got no shielding or anything like that. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching on YouTube. It's covering Cosmoteer in the series has just been such a big difference to my channel, like huge amounts. So it's been kind of exciting. I'm gonna grab some crew here and bring the lifeboat down. We can go back to normal speed, I think, as well. And now it should just be a matter of the siege of the station and then cleaning up here. Yeah, the Wilson technically still has power, so I think we'll recover this, and we need to upgrade it as well. I knew that I was going to want to upgrade it, but this just kind of confirms it. Alright, we'll get the Kestrel in here to take out here. So yeah, we lost a few there, we lost 2 ships. But I think that's okay in the scheme of things. The loot that we'll get out of this will be more than worthwhile. Now I think I want to move him down here. Oh, there's a witness down here as well. Right, I think the lifeboat's got all his crew, so we'll send it down. But look at all these goodies from where we blew apart. And surprisingly enough, the Ares reactors are actually still intact. So that's kind of amazing. Yeah, we've still got crew in here as well. So what do I want to do here? I think go to blueprint mode and just give them an airlock hatch so they can get out. So, that repaired everything, I think, as well. I think I need to abandon this. No, I'll need to wait until I've got somewhere to put the crew. And we'll lose those guys. Alright, so let's take out this as well. I want to preserve that reactor if at all possible. We might also want the Comets helping out the Kestrel here, because those large shields might protect it well enough. Yeah. Okay, so let's target this in and just make sure, oh, that's on point. Yep. Yeah, next shot should take this out. Oh, I got the reactor. Oh well. So be it. Now I'm just gonna mark out this to make sure I get it when I clean up. Last time you saw was a rebuild to the Owl. Yeah, so the Owl turned into a battleship, and then we turned it back to the Owl because the battleship didn't work out too well. So some things have happened since. Spoilers? Ah, my bad. Well, hey, you know, it's been released for a while now, in my defense. Why are these all EVAing now? We want to abandon this ship. Yep. So all the crew should be able to come over here. Cool. And then start salvaging this part, and we'll remake the Wilson. Where is the AVA happening? Alright, let's repair this. And the Wilson is back on track. Cool. Oh, it's my old crew. It's like the dudes that were stuck in there. I bought this game for my mate for Christmas. It's a good buy. I like this game. There's good value in it. But this is insane. Like, these guys have been stuck here for like multiple episodes. Just kind of chilling. Alright, well... let's break him out of there. Wow, so much to salvage. What we can definitely do is remake the Brennan again. Replace existing. No, wrong one. Actually, we'll just replace existing again. The Brennan Mark II, there we are. There we go. We'll transfer some crew. Where are you? I think it's now unnamed ship, I'm guessing. Yep. So how are we going for crew wise though? You've got 25 now. And you could really use some ammo. There's heaps there, so that'll work. I feel like I'm gonna need another transporter to get everything here. Might also send some of the guys from the Kestrel to the lifeboat just to speed this up. No, there's no possibility to buy me beer, unfortunately. I would greatly appreciate that, but eventually when I monetize, then sure, I would always appreciate it, but don't feel it's necessary. I do this because I enjoy it, not because I particularly need money. I think for most of the things, when you look at monetization and that sort of thing, well, first I need 50 followers on Twitch before I can do it here, and then 1,000 on YouTube. Yeah, well, I'm certainly not Jeff. But yeah, there's there's some different links that will allow for donations and that sort of stuff that I've been looking into for when that does happen, but at the moment, you know, it pumps me up enough just to get an audience and people watching and enjoying the series mostly. Storage full. Yeah, that's not surprising. Alright, let's crack this open and see what's in it. I think I need to tweak the crew priorities so they stay on the lasers more. Well, I could be turning up and telling you you're shit at, I'm guessing not fork knife, but Fortnite is what you're talking about, but yeah. Fortnite I would be shit at. I feel like first person shooters, not RPGs, take a lot of time to be really good at it. Ah, okay, no worries. Deliberate misspelling. But also have a new microphone for this as well, because that was a problem where my voice kept on like getting really quiet. So we have upgraded. So you'll probably hear the keyboard a lot more as well as a result of it. And me clicking. Yeah, I was using a Razer Kraken headset and I just couldn't work out why it would decide that sometimes I needed to be quieter without me changing anything. So eventually I decided, well, you know, if it's gonna do that, then I might as well upgrade and do it sooner rather than later. There's a pain in the butt. It's nothing more frustrating than trying to work it out. And I can imagine watching it as well. It'd be really pain in the butt having to adjust the microphone, like your speakers up and then down and then up and down, and be like, for fuck's sake. Well, hopefully more people will be inclined to stick about, because there's less audio frustration. Alright, so we've torn these ships apart fairly well, and we've gotten a fair bit of the goodies. So I'm just thinking, I mean, the next thing that I want to do is go over here and take out this guy and get revenge on him, because he also blew up blew up a good chunk of a ship, shall we say. And we have a good chunk of resources now as well. Oh, we have lots of resources. This is beautiful. I'm rich. Yay. So we could look at upgrading this as well soon. But what I think I'll do is just reduce this down. So we've got those again, like so. Yeah, there's still heaps of stuff to get here. Nope, nope. Come on, you can do that. I know you can do that maneuver. But post-mortem for the battle. Brennan blew up, but it's an escort vessel. I'm okay with that. The Owl could use a slight redesign, I feel, because fairly consistently this cannon here gets destroyed. So what I'm thinking is if I move it down here closer to the edge of the wing and then replace this all with armor, we'll have a much tougher ship, in particular in front of the shields in front of the reactor. While still having that disruptor fire to, yeah, doing a little bit of damage to there's more up here. So we'll make that change, I think, and the Comets and the Kestrel did their jobs pretty much. I'm pretty happy with those. They could use a little bit more speed in terms of just getting around, so another thruster to be able to pivot, in particular in railfan, might be useful, and get it into position. Because the sooner I get those into the position, the better off I am. Why are these guys suddenly having issues? Because, yeah, okay, hang on. We'll take you down here. Transfer crew to the Kestrel, was it? Yeah. If I just got like an exploit here, if you just abandon crew in things they can't get out of, then hire more. Is that a thing? Because I feel like I'm probably over my crew limit now. Hold up. Yeah, that's bad design on my part here. There we are. Got one guy doing nothing. Okay. And the Wilson. The Wilson did not take many shots at all before it was destroyed, so I need to fix that. But that's okay, I kind of wanted to make more changes to this anyway. And I don't really need to go anywhere to do it because I've got all this lovely material just kind of lying around, so we might as well upgrade here. Everyone can huddle in a little bit. You can transfer crew to the Wilson. Yeah, I was still going to have 19 dudes. Everyone else I think has full crew. Yep, the owl does. Comets. Yeah, it does. Alright. Let's do some changes. Let's start with the owl. It's the most important ship, arguably. And turn on the mirror mode. Make sure that's in the middle. Yep, good. Awesome. So, I think I'll stack it. I'd like to do next to each other, but then there's no armor kind of protecting it. So I'm gonna go here. Are you looking at the owl when it had wings up like this? Pardon? Yeah, yep. So what I found was I was getting flanked a whole heap, and so they'd come in and shoot up my engines. So instead, what I did was, instead of it kind of spreading out, like in this sort of direction, I've inverted them back around so it's protecting its feet a little bit more. I know, but I mean, you're looking at the ship now, man. Just by being on this stream when you haven't watched everything, you're gonna hit spoilers. I'm not sure how I can possibly solve that one for you. All right, so that should give us a heap more protection. Yep, totally my fault. Totally agree. Yeah, just a horrible streamer. Okay. Now the other thing was, I feel like its point defense with the capacitors isn't quite working out, and it could use some more crew to do it. But hey, on the plus side, you get to be here and tell me everything I'm doing wrong, man, so there's fringe benefits. I feel like I should put a bit of armor there, otherwise we could get a very lucky shot through to that. Alright, so not much of a change, just moving stuff around. We'll need to fix that as well. Look, I would still, I mean, I know I'm biased, but I would still watch the series in order anyway. In particular, the Disaster Strikes one was, it was a fun episode, I have to say. And that's all I'm going to say about what actually happened. You can watch it in real time. Or, not real time, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. Alright, we'll make that so. So, I feel like we go for Mark 6 now. And I don't see how I can improve the Anthony and the Brunnon too much. Realistically speaking, they're doing the jobs, they're taking a bit of a hit, they're putting out point defense, and that's all they need to do. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm willing to listen, but at the moment, just bear in mind, this only takes 6 crew. So, apparently we prefer stories when we know the rough outcome. Yeah, you're probably right. I've got, or let's put it this way, I've got no reason to think that you're wrong there. Didn't I have crew members assigned to that thing? Surely? Have they just automatically reassigned themselves to this? Is that what's happening here? These guys are here, these guys are for here. You're there, and doing the point defense at the back. Alright, you can do like that instead. So yeah, one sitting in it, and the other one serving it with power should be the thing, and I'll need to rearrange the power supplies. Go watch it at 1.5 speed on YouTube. It shows you what happens, but much faster. Yeah, because I slow down a lot while I'm playing through this. So I would not disagree with that statement. Well, think about it. When we prefer stories, when I don't know, a lot of stories like they follow a formula, but then if you look at Game of Thrones, and everyone loved that because the people that they thought were going to live and, you know, survive, and it'll be happy ending, and then they all got killed, and we were like, oh my god, who's going to die next? And then we all kind of cheered when Joffrey did. Oh, spoilers there. Shit, I'm bad at this, okay? Don't watch Game of Thrones. That's true. I feel like I shouldn't say anything more, but also Game of Thrones has been out for so long that I don't know. Oh yeah, if I try to play this at 8 speed, then there's no way that I will survive. There's got to be some consideration happening. Alright, so we're going to do some redesign of this. So this is actually one that comes with the game, I guess. It's a AI or developer's design ship, but I want to do some changes to it. It runs off 40 crew at the moment. I'd like to try and get it more efficient if possible. And just seeing how fast it blew apart just now, I'm almost thinking it needs some point defense or something to keep it together. I'm also not sure how it's powering at the moment, so let's actually break this down. So we've got a capacitor sitting here, and it looks like this is meant to go these ones. We've got the reactor here. If we look at our crew, I think we want some roles here as well. I get your point though, put it on the pattern. Now, so stocking up on ammo. Ideally, I want it to be factories instead, because stacking sulfur is much more effective, but I'm not sure about the spacing of everything. So where are people assigned again? These guys are assigned to this, and it's got 3 people as well as the fire. These are assigned here, yep. Like here, here, and here, okay. These guys are all up front. So they're ammo service, basically. These guys aren't assigned anywhere. They're assigned for that. Do they actually need to be assigned to that though? Because that should be drawing from there. So there shouldn't be a need to actually put them to those things. This is a bit I'm sort of struggling with as I'm from a Factorio background. Do you mean the assignment of crew, etc.? There's a really good video someone else did on terms of how it prioritizes and that sort of thing. So, man, like this is me trolling through Reddit on how to work out how this actually worked, but remake it. Yeah, I could do that. That it would be convenient, and I do have plans on terms of ship design and assignment and that sort of thing. But basically, if you assign someone to do it, then like these guys are assigned here, right? So they'll sit in here as a matter of priority first, depending on what their individual roles are, and then if they're assigned to this, then it also means that they'll service it for anything in terms of ammo that's assigned to it. So if we go look at the ammo layouts, these 2 are assigned here. So these remaining crew here will go pick up stuff that is set to service the flak cannon. And they won't do anything else. So they'll never go over to the cockpit. They'll never go to the reactor or that sort of thing. All they're going to do is jobs related to this, or going to the fire extinguisher. When is it requested? Then basically as soon as it fires, then it's going to have less ammo, and these guys will come out and start picking up ammo to take it in. And then generally they'll go to the closest supply point from there. So if you don't assign this, then what can happen is that you have crew picking up ammo and then taking it over here, for example, and then you get a really inefficient transport loop going on. When is it required? I would suggest that almost every ship you want to assign where the crew should be, because if you don't set up crew roles, they'll go everywhere. Like if I don't have this set up with roles, then these guys might go and sit in here, or they might go and decide to grab some power, or they might go to the cockpit for a bit, or they might go grab some power, send it to an engine over here, and then wander back to get some ammo. And it just means that the whole ship becomes horribly inefficient. So even on the first ship that I ran, I'm pretty sure I assigned the crew there. Like just even on the starter ship, I can't quite recall, but Yeah, worst case they try an EVA. So if you've got a split ship, let's just go look at the owl just quickly here. Like where I've got the owl kind of sectioned up, and the only way for someone to get from here to the cockpit, for example, they would have to go out the airlock, go across, get in one of the airlocks over here. And if they do that in the middle of the combat when this thing's maneuvering, then they'll just kind of be left behind and float around and probably get hit by something. So, or, you know, it's going to be inefficient. So the guys back here, for example, they're all assigned to just work on the engine room, supply the engine room, and they're not going to go back and forth. But yeah, they'll kind of float about and do crazy stuff when you've got sectioned out ships like this. If there was a corridor linking, then they'd take the corridor, but there's not. So that's really required in separated modularized ships like the Owl, because this is effectively 4 modules. We've got the front one, which is also our control one. If that goes down, we're stuffed. Then you've got one over here. Yeah, your ships might not be shite. That could just be that you need to assign your crew. And it's also why crew positioning is quite important. So you want, ideally, your crew quite close to where they're going to do jobs, especially energy-related tasks. So these guys are assigned to this shield generator, and they're going to grab power from here. So they've only got a little bit of space to walk to then go grab it. Whereas if I had them kind of sitting back here, they've got to walk down here, they'll grab power here, walk slower through the this particular building, and then walk across the way to supply it, and then they'll have a fast trip. But then otherwise there would have been a bit of delay. I mean, arguably what I could do to improve this is actually move this to here, and they've got even less to grab power and then move to the shield. So a lot of this is crew placement and efficiencies. The other thing that you can do is assign roles on your ship. So I have missile technicians, for example, or I have ops people. So these ops guys, their highest priority is always going to be to operate things. And then they've got secondary priorities to supply and that sort of thing. So if I wanted people, for example, to be sitting in turrets or whatnot as their first priority to not move, then you want to assign your roles so that job priority operate is 10. So that as a matter of priority, they're always going to go to and sit in it. So for example, what does operate mean? Where we've got the disruptor, there's 2 things that a disruptor needs to do to work, right? We need someone to operate, so to shoot it and sit in the chair, and then we need supply. So in this case, on this role, they would sit in this chair until there's no battery, and only then would they consider going up to go get some battery. But when you have 2 crew members assigned to it, what's effectively going to happen, as long as you've got efficient enough spacing and everything, is that one will run the batteries and the other one will stay in the turret and shoot it. Yeah, someone fire to fire and someone to load. So building efficient crew designs is also really important. So if we go look at a Kestrel, for example, one of the things I ended up doing with the rail accelerator modules, instead of them having to run all the way down here, grab it from the reactor, then run up to the top, what I've done is to kind of put these guys into their own section where they've got a bunk, they've got their own small reactor, they're going to run out of the bunk, grab the power from the reactor and do these 6 sections. And then another one doing another 6 sections, and another one doing another 6 sections, and then a couple just at the end here. And likewise with the front shields, we've got a small reactor up here, so these guys can all run out, grab power, and power up these shields once they start taking a knocking. Yeah, so what was happening, and you can test it in your own designs as well, but if you grab these 2 and just set them so that they're infinite firing, then what you want is for everything to be charged up when it fires, when it's ready to fire. So at the moment, if I speed this up, yeah, so you can see this one wasn't able to fire as fast as it should be able to, and even then we just had some issues still. So I think it's actually 2 crew members in a reactor setup like this for 4 sections, and then we're good. We also had an ammo supply issue where I've got some inefficiencies here, and I could do that a lot better by putting a factory on this side as well. Pew pew, pew pew, indeed. Anyway, I was going to do some ship design on the Wilson here. So I really want it to just be flak, basically. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is go grab the flak batteries and replace that here. Now I think I'm going to have a problem with doors and everything. Yes, I will. So we'll need to redesign that a little bit. Chuck some corridor there. And then you can have a door there, I think. Not the most efficient layout. Might mess with that in a bit. You're welcome, man. Then I'm thinking we can maybe centralize the engine cluster here as well. What happens when I put down a engine room? It's going to take 6. I've only got 4 available, so I'd need another cockpit to make that work. Not necessarily what I want to do. I think I'll move this out here instead. Make a corridor so it's a bit more easier to reach. Yeah, I mean, it's just working out what works, what doesn't. I mean, I've certainly made plenty of mistakes on mine. I've made designs that just don't work as well, and it's part of the fun of the game, right? If you just did everything perfectly, then it wouldn't be as interesting. Alright, we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna actually put this like this. So I can get a bit more armor there. I think I'm also gonna make those a bigger wedge. The dev seems to be on it in terms of their ship design. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it feels like this game has been around for a while, I think, and then it's been picked up again. That seems to be my impression as to what's happened here. Like, because I see a lot of like older posts and older kind of imagery of the game, and then it seemed like it paused for a while, then got kind of like picked up or popular again or whatever happened. But either way, I'm grateful that it did. Okay, I think this is all we're going to do. So a little bit of armor upgrades and make it all flak. So we'll make that so. And then we're going to need to mess around with stuff again. So you're going to do that. You need to power that too. Otherwise it'll be empty. And then crew assignment. You guys are just going to be working on that. And that if stuff goes wrong. And then ammo wise, you can do that. It should be sufficient. Right, yep, they're filling up with things. We'll turn on the gather and it can go grab some more stuff. How many got on the lifeboat now? 19, that's alright. So, I'm going to send the... there's uranium and that stuff there, but I actually don't need it anymore, do I? Not really. I think the plan from here, we'll continue to get revenge, but I want to build another ship from scratch. And maybe it'll be the Wilson or an upgraded version thereof, or maybe it'll be something else, but revenge on the ship in the bounty here as well. We need to get pretty much. Who wants some? Okay, and yeah, we're just gonna have free materials here basically. I could probably come back and grab this at another time. I'll just make sure I'm absolutely full on the lifeboat though. I think I am. Nothing else I can really grab. Cool. Alright, so the lifeboat can go back to the station. And I think it was Alt 6 was the formation that was after here. I love how they just kind of derp around. We also have some enemies over here, so I might go for that first. Lifeboat should be orange. Yeah, everything needs a paint job. It was the Trodoc before, but the Trodoc... well, something happened. That's all I'll say. 42,000. Nice. That is a decent amount of money. And how are we going for crew, actually? Are we at the limit, or do we get more fame from those onsets? In the UK, RLNI. What's RLNI? Sorry. Ah, charity. I approve of charities, or people giving to them. I have a sponsor child in Sierra Leone myself. I've been giving to since I was, I think it was about 20 when I started that. Alright, we have incoming here. There are 2 ships. And we do not want to take them lightly. So we'll go to double speed just while we creep in. Go back to 1 now. Royal National Lifeboat Association. It's another Onrush. Really? But if we're really lucky here, we'll just be able to cruise on in. And get a shot before it. Down a quarter. We also have a Stalwart. So that is a flagship with some missiles on the back. Where's its cockpit? Ah, in the middle. It's a bridge star one. Alright, so the comets can come off here. And we'll send the Wilson in. Did I use all my... No. Just out of range, are we? Really? Yeah, we are. Get the owl in. The Wilson in so that they don't target the Kestrel. There we are. Shots fired. Oh, not quite good enough to take it out. I think it did blow up its engines a little bit though. Some incoming ordnance. Got lots of incoming ordnance. So we'll retarget like that. I like that it's just hit their friends. I would really like for this to kind of take out that, I think. I don't want it to. After that, in terms of movement, rotate like that. Another couple of shots coming in. Not good enough to penetrate through yet. Really happy to see those missiles striking that. That's rotating. Those flaks are going to do ginormous damage to us. Kind of try and back off a little bit here. Tell this to back off because you're blocking the shot, I think. There. Kestrel. I feel like you should have taken a shot by now. There we are. Got him. Alright, don't need to worry too much about that, just the remaining missiles. Railguns are the best. Alright, we've taken out a good portion of that, but these incoming missiles, unless we get really lucky here, are going to do a decent amount of damage. Yep. We'll go after this next, and if we're quite lucky, we'll be able to snipe that out without hitting that reactor, which would be lovely, because then we'll have go after that. Some decent salvage from it. get the rail sound soon. There we are. And we got him. Okay, a little bit of damage on the owl. A little on the Wilson, I believe. But nothing too bad. The Anthony took a few... Oh yeah, the Anthony took a few hits. So did the Brunnan. But again, nothing that I'm really too concerned about. Just to get these guys disassembling it for parts. We'll mark a W. And the other thing I wanted to look out for was these guys were guarding something, I think. Yeah, there. So I'll mark that with an S for storage. I'm gonna need fame for that. No. No fame for me. That's alright. What was I trying to... Yeah, you needed hypercoils. There we go. You're fully repaired. Everyone's all good. Excellent. We'll form up. Might as well actually disassemble that and see what's inside it. Enrich uranium, gold, and processors. And normal uranium, that's good. All good things. Alrighty then. Let's head over and take out this guy. Now I've got a bit of foreknowledge here. This will be a iron cruiser type thing. So it's got a central iron gun. The hours of bloody shield wall. Yeah, that's its job, pretty much. All its job is to take hits and not really dish out much in return. Now, because I know that this is not necessarily going to be a fight where point defense is useful, I'm going to split these guys out just off to the side here. So I've got clear lines of fire from these other guys. Up here. There's our fugitive bounty, so that's the one that we want up to the north of us. There he is. Do 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 do. That's the best I've got, man. Alright, yep, he's definitely coming in now. So we'll position the owl to be like that. Kestrel's going to come off. The Commut's going to come off. And the Wilson. I'm not sure the Wilson is in the right sort of fight here. Alright, here it is. So it is a Flaming Spire, that was the name of it. So basically it's got a lot of interior shields, so shooting out the middle is quite tough. What I was doing before was going after its side bits, but that also wasn't the best, and I think what I want to do is the Commutes and a Kestrel are both going to go into like this. But to start off with, I'm going to tell them to just take off these wings and get rid of that flak. Oh, wait. To make sure, yep, and then one. And then the Wilson is just gonna... Alright, so this is gonna be kind of interesting too, alright. So you'll just find there, rotate, kind of find at your own range, rotate there. Wilson, you can start closing, we'll slow down even further, and fire the missiles. Good. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes, to be honest. I think I might have the Wilson come in here, and it's going to target those disruptors. Those volleys that are a little bit dangerous, I think, more than anything else. Alright, yeah, we've just taken out that. So that's a nice little hole. Can almost flank him in behind. Comets. Kestrel. I want to defang it as fast as possible. The central beam is actually not too bad. It's only 4 of them. I say only, it's still bad, but I think that it's these side guns that can actually be the thing that's going to be ruining our day the most. Mind you, that's going to start trying to drill a hole, so we're gonna pivot slightly here. You don't need to adjust your range at all, you just need to shoot out like that. Hopefully you get the shot off before this blocks your view. Yeah, the later AI ships that definitely do not piss around. They start building them up. Alright, we just had another shot off then, but it wasn't really effective. I think that this needs to really come out like this more. Digging through to my shields here. Yeah, it feels almost to me like it's a episode of Friends where I'm screaming pivot when they're trying to get the couch up the thing. Alright, we're going to start digging for this thing at the back here. The shields are tanking quite well now. I think, Yeah, they're taking some hits, but not too bad. Oh, we just had a nice shot from the Kestrel. That was a lovely one. In fact, we can defang that potentially now. Alright, yep, it's definitely taking out that, so we need to really pivot on this side. In the meantime, the Wilson has now got the right idea. He's going to start digging through the arse of it. And the Comets feel like it could go for a shot here. I actually might just tell it to shoot whatever it can bear on. That digging towards reactor is not a good sign. Stop it. Yeah, that would have been tragic for the owl. Oh, we nearly got a crystal. Taking a shot. Didn't do much. Just gonna pivot back here. We've got another shot coming in. We might be lucky here. Yes. Alright, so that's defanged it a little bit there. It's actually now firing at the Kestrel because that's what it can reach. Which was not really my intention. Just gotta be careful here that we don't end up having the same sort of problem on the other wing. Might tell it to try and target this. And what if we just close the range here? We want to sucker punch sooner rather than later now. In fact, I might go for the cockpit on this side. If I'm lucky, it'll be weak enough. Still making it okay. I think we can rotate a little bit back now, especially since we've got the shields back. So otherwise it's going to burst through and maybe do something horrible to those shields. It is shooting at our shields here, but that should be able to... Oh, you're not a dumbass, man. Don't put yourself down like that, it's mean. Sorry, only just glancing at comments, so if there was a context to that, then I apologize. Alright. I feel like this is not actually getting its final shots off. that should have 0 hit points or should blow up, but it's not. Also, I think I need to keep rotating these guys. Oh, I love that sound. That is the sound of death for the flaming spire here. Okay. Oh shit, I'm recording. My bad. Was there a problem? Some here? I mean, people will be able to see on Twitch that you called yourself a dumbass, but I'm not against swearing. I'm pretty sure I dropped an F-bomb earlier in the stream, so do not stress there. Alright, we can repair the owl quite quickly. That just took steel, which I'm quite happy to spend. I'm hoping we didn't lose crew. No, we didn't. I was a little bit disappointed by the Wilson just not being able to actually destroy this in the end. I have noticed that with the missiles, they don't seem to be, for whatever reason. I think it was in a previous stream that they weren't actually getting the final kill on parts, and I'm wondering if that's why they have the cannoneer sort of thing going on. But to be more effective there, we could have probably just let the Comets and the Kestrel move in faster. And get shots from behind would have probably been a better strategy, I think. Don't get me wrong, I'm still quite happy everything survived, but there's always room for improvement. We'll mark the wreck though. And that was a fairly well designed ship as well to come up against. Okay, so that's one down. I think that one should have given us fame, so I might just send the Anthony up to the station to grab what we can out of that. Yeah, another 67. We've got some rescue stations. Okay. So where are they? Up here and up here. Cool. We do have a bounty down here. We've got a renegade pack, and we've got 2 renegade packs and a clear asteroid. I don't like fighting in asteroids, but I'm probably going to have to. And another fugitive bounty over here too. I think we'll go for the asteroid belt. Just get things as clear and as easy as possible. Alright, so that's all the ships that have blown me up in the past down, so I'm not unhappy about that situation. Yeah, okay, there's an exploit for anyone watching. What you can do: abandon ship, trap your crew in a thing, like a ship, so they can't get back, get out of range of them, or even just skip system. You can then hire back the crew in another system, and you can effectively exceed the crew limits by doing that. Unintentional exploit on my behalf, but an exploit nonetheless if people feel like cheesing the system. How are we doing on rockets? We're okay there. Does the Wilson have enough ammo as well to go for another engagement? I don't feel like it does. That can go up to the station and see if we can buy some. And thank you very much, Pat, as well. Not 100% happy with the Wilson. I thought it was going to be a much better ship than it was, so we will fill it up with ammo though. Where are we at? We're at an hour and a half. I don't really want to exceed 2 hours per episode because I feel like that's too long on YouTube in particular for anyone to, like, it feels unapproachable at that point, even if it is divided up into chapters. So I think we'll just go for a clear asteroid field. Just to continue on a little bit more, and then we'll call that a wrap. But we are back in the game. Alright. I think it was Alt 6 was the formation. And we'll head on down to this roid field and see what's we've got. I should also check that we've got plenty of yeah, plenty of sulfur there. Oh, hang on. You took some damage, did you? Plenty of sulfur as well though. Okay, here's one of the contacts. There's a second. Sometimes you can get a third as well, or even static defenses in the asteroid. Let's say uranium roid, which I should mark. Yep, there we go. We've got a third. So what I want to do is bait it out. I ideally want to take these guys. Oh, that's a ballista. I don't want to take them all on all at once. Ah man, I'm not gonna say that comment. I'm not sure how bad YouTube will say, hey, no, you're too much language, man. It's got to be more PG friendly on YouTube, otherwise you get YouTube says no, you swear a lot. People don't like swearing. All right, here we go. We've got a ballista down here. Now that's a double rail cannon. So that's kind of interesting, right? And then it's got decent sized EMPs on the left. Gonna turn like that, man, then that would be lovely. Got him. Ah, that was just such a lucky shot. There's one intact ballista for us. We'll creep in a little bit more now. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have someone come up here in a second. So Another ballista. Yeah, he's angling on us now. What's he attacking? The Roid? No, he's going after the Comets. Kestrel, Comets. Kestrel. Comets over here. Alright, so yeah, that just got taken by the shield. We had a missile to the face on our end here. So we're just gonna back the Kestrel off. Use the boosters to get out of danger there a little bit. And move the Wilson in. In the meantime, yeah. So this can take a lot more of a hit. So it's okay. Well, I think 2 rails is acceptable because of our shielding. And then the point defense will hopefully take out some of these before they hit. Basically it's going to chip off the armor a little bit, but and we can hopefully move in the Comets and the Kestrel to flank it. Oh, that was some penetration there. Yeah, that was no fun. Yep, I have a habit of speaking too soon. There's always a possibility that this guy comes in as well. But if I can just kind of hide behind this asteroid. Yes. I figured since I have that problem. Oh, no. With my own rail ships, that they'd likely have it as well. And we just managed to blow the side of that out of that. Kestrel can aim for this guy. Wilson can come in and try and strike. Ah, it's using its thingy thing. Are we about to see a wipe? Was that what we were about to say? Possibly. Depends on, really, I think. Ah, yep, here we go. Oh. Yeah, it's moving it to be where it wants. So I want you to focus in and destroy that. In the meantime, Comets can continue to cruise up here. These guys can come down here as well. Hey. Stop blowing holes in my ship. Right. got some maneuverability, I'll give it that. Kestrel, turn. Turn, 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 because you have the shot, man. You have the shot. Here we go. Got him. Nice. Alright, one hostile remaining. Now the owl, unfortunately, did take a few hits there. Do we have enough to repair? Not yet. So did the... Oh no, the Wilson is actually quite fine. Just going to tell the Comets to come in over here in case this gets closer. And the Kestrel had some armor damage it can repair. The owl will disassemble it for parts. A little bit far away, but just trying to get the owl to go through this thing will be a bit of a pain, I feel. Actually, I'm just going to fix that straight away, because that's going to be a walkway problem. Cool. Push its way through this asteroid. We repair, yeah, we can fully repair now. We'll send everyone home. We'll mark the wreck. We'll go hunt down this last guy. Get a little bit slower so we're not out of position. Alright, we've got an... Ooh. He's a new... Oh no, he's engaging someone. We need to get in there as fast as possible. Alright, move in guys, move in. Will help whoever it is getting reamed here. A hull breaker. It's an interesting design with the thrusters like that, actually. Anyway, the Comets should have a reasonable chance of getting that, I feel. Kestrel will not. It's actually broken in, no, I thought it was broken in two, but it's just very similar looking ships. I think the Comets is not, yeah, it is doing that instead. I think I did just blow off its engines though, and its EMP ability, so that's nice. Let's make sure it's targeted on that. Moving closer to these guys. Wilson's just, you know, hung up on an asteroid. Alright, we've taken out its main offensive sort of weaponry, I think. Apart from the missiles, but... There we are, done. And somehow the neutral ship actually did survive as well. It's it's just carrying on along the way here. Ah, that's fun. Okay, and that's another one cleared, I believe. So we might actually just get the lifeboat to jump over there. And you can grab the fame that will result from that. We should have still gotten fame for killing the ships themselves. Hang on. Is its crew assigned correctly to do this? Yeah, it is. Another 134 fame, good to see, and we can get an extra 16 crew. Excellent. Ah, you can see inside as well. Alright, I think this is where I will leave it be for today. Thank you very much for the company and for watching. It has been a pleasure. And yeah, we're back on track. We have a fleet again, we have extra crew again, which means we'll probably be looking at ship redesign again. I'm not in love with the Wilson, with it as a flak vessel. So I think I want to change this from what it is to something else. I still really want an iron beam corvette that works, one that can flank. Or maybe I end up with a... Yeah, so glad I caught your liver. I don't want your liver. Live! Nah, you don't want my liver, man. There's too much red wine in it. It's no good to anyone. So yeah, we're gonna do some work on the Wilson in the next stream. I think we're gonna change it from what it is now. It is one of the off-the-shelf, off-the-rack ships, and I want to design something new. We should have a bit of crew available now, right? So we've got 40 in this thing, and then we've got 25 excess there. So that's 65 crew members. We should be able to do something pretty cool with that. And I think make an iron boat of some description. Or maybe a missile boat. Because while the Owl has missiles, right? But it's not really. It's like got 4 of the launchers, whereas, you know, something along the lines of an Onrush or maybe a nuclear missile boat to just kind of smash into our opponents. That could be kind of interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments if you're watching later on YouTube. There will be more streams, hopefully, because I'm on leave at the moment, on holidays, which means, you know, I don't have to work during the day. But it's also summer here in Oz, which means I want to go to the beach and do fun stuff that can be done outdoors that is not really feasible when it's here in winter, because, yeah, but despite what people think, it can actually get cold in Australia. Anyway, thanks again, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye now.